Okay, so for this, I'll just so the next topic is Kubernetes secrets. If you see the volume, config map, and secrets, they are kind of interrelated. Okay, so there are a secret in Kubernetes. It is used for sensitive data like password, tokens, or keys. Okay, so what happens is in suppose we are creating we'll be using the same example. We are creating a MySQL container, okay, pod. Okay, so at the time of creating MySQL or any database, we need to give an admin credential that at the time of logging, well, I'll be using this admin credential to access the database. Okay, so if you put that password in a clear text format in YML file, and that YML file most of the times we keep it on GitHub and all, then our sensitive data is exposed to the whole world. Okay, that is everybody will come to know that this is the root password for accessing the MySQL database. Okay, so to mitigate that, we are using Kubernetes secret. So secrets are used for sensitive data. Okay, and there are various types of secrets: opaque, okay, then service account token, docker config, okay, and then basic auth, ssh auth, tls, etc. Okay, and in this example we'll be using this. So even though it is not a secret, means it is it even why I'm saying that is there is something called encoding. There is a difference between encoding and encryption. Okay, so what we'll do is here we'll create a secret. This I'll explain what is there. Kind of secret. Okay, name is MySQL secret. Okay, then we are giving MySQL password, this some random value. Okay, and type as opaque. So from this is the opaque user defined data. So this is the password. Okay, we cannot decode the password. Okay, see, this is some kind of encoding which we have used. So what we are defining here is we are defining root password as this encoded data. I'll tell you how to create this encoded data. It is the actual password, but not in a clear text password. Okay, and here again in a deployment we'll define that uses environmental variable MySQL root password, okay, value from secret key reference. Okay, take the value for MySQL password, okay, from secret key reference, that is MySQL secret defined here. Okay, and the password and the key is MySQL root password. Okay, so this is how we refer. This is the syntax, we need to remember it. We are using MySQL root password and its value should be this one which is defined here. And this encoding, how we are creating, suppose this is not the same value, but example is given. So if we want to encode hello world, okay, then we can encode it using base 64. This is one of the encoding uh, command which is available on the Linux system. So using this base 64, okay, I am encoding hello world, and it gets encoded as this something, this value, and again to decode it I will have to use base 64 hyphen d, then its output will be again hello world. So similarly the MySQL password is encoded like here, and it is added. So if we put this data in the GitHub or GitLab, then nobody will come to know the password, but uh, this just the encoded value. So let's do an exercise on it, then we'll come to know how exactly it works. So secret exercise number 13 we are doing. So let me quickly, okay, it's okay, we do not need to clean up because there is no dependency on this pod. Kubectl get all. Okay, and while creating a secret we can use the command kubectl get secret, no secret is defined as of now here. So I'll create a folder called secret, mkdir secret, cd secret. Inside that I'll create a file. Okay, my SQL deployment without secret. We need to see the difference. That's why I'm creating one deployment with secret and other one without secret. So first we are creating without secret. So we have created a MySQL deployment. Image we are using is MySQL latest. Okay, and we always need to give a MySQL password at the time of installation. So an environmental variable MySQL password, okay, with value my password is passed to this container, and while spinning up the container, it will set root password for MySQL service as my password. This is plain password value. Okay, it is not recommended to put like this MySQL password in a clear text format in YML files. Okay, but we have done this. So kubectl apply -f MySQL deploy without secret. This is the YML file. Just do kubectl get all. Okay, so it is creating the MySQL deployment. We already have Nginx, but ignore it. Now MySQL pod is getting created. It will take some time. Till then, I'll create one more. Okay, let's wait. It will take 2-3 minutes more. So it is going to take some time. So what I'll do is I'll explain. So let's do this echo. It's taking time. So suppose I'm echoing this word called password. Okay. So on the screen it is giving value as password as it is. Okay. Now if I want to convert or encode it, okay, I'll just add a pipe and do base 64. Okay, so this is the encoded value for password. Okay, and if I want to decode it, what I'll do is just add that encoded value here and just do base 64 hyphen d. So again it is giving the output as password. Okay, so using base 64 we are encoding it, and using base 64 hyphen d we are decoding it. So if you have observed, even this is not the exact means recommended way to keep the sensitive data, because using hyphen d it can be easily decoded. Okay, so but by default Kubernetes has only encoding and decoding. It doesn't have the encryption by default. So for encrypting the password we'll have to use some third parties, like you must have heard about HashiCorp Vault. That is one of the third party. Then we have Seal is there. Okay, Seal, then HashiCorp Vault, or if you are in a cloud, cloud has various types of secret management options or services that we can use. But in Kubernetes, as of now, we can use only encoding. So that's why we are learning about encoding. And let's check if the container is created. Okay, it is running. So what I'll do is I'll just delete the other Nginx container so that I can save some resources. And also let me delete the service. So now we have only kubectl get all MySQL service running. Okay, now how to access it? I have made it run inside the container only. For the outside world I haven't exposed it. So MySQL kubectl exec hyphen it MySQL pod hyphen slash bin slash bash. Okay, so let's check if the MySQL is there. Yes. So by default, with without password, it is not giving me an access. So I'll enter hyphen p, and now I don't remember the password. So what I'll do is I'll just refer the configuration file which I created. Okay. So what will happen is anybody with an access to the GitHub repository where this MySQL deployment without secret is stored, they will just go inside it and just copy the password from it. Okay, consider this is some kind of an hacker. They got an access, okay, somehow to the pod, and they just able to access it because in a clear text format the password is given in the YML file, so they are easily able to get the password. So this was without secret. Now we'll do with the secret. For that, what we will do is first let's delete this one kubectl because the name is almost same. Kubectl get all. So kubectl delete MySQL deployment and MySQL service. Now for encoding and decoding, to make it simpler, I have created one script. Okay, but we can also do using some simple commands, but I'm doing this. So this script will do encoding and decoding both. So just copy paste it as it is. It will give an option to encode and decode. So while doing this exercise, you just need to remember which password you encoded. Okay, so it is asking what should I do. I'm saying just encode the password. Okay, so I'll enter the password as red hat, REDHAT. Okay, so the base encoded value is this one. I'll just copy it somewhere so that I'll be using it in the next YML config. So for our reference, this is the clear text password and this is the encoded value. So if you use this command, yeah, again echo hyphen n slash base 64 hyphen d. Okay, so the password is red hat. So this we have done using the simple command line. The same thing I can do with my script as well. It's not mandatory to create the script. Okay, so bash and encode decode.sh. What we want to do is we need to decode the password, and what is the password which we want to decode is this one. Okay, so the decode password is read at the same thing which we did using this one. So inside the script also we are using the same commands. So let's go inside the secret directory, and now we'll create. Now we are first creating a secret, and then we'll reference it in a. So here I need to give some different password. Don't copy paste as it is, it will not work. Here you need to give your decoded password, encoded password. So the password here will be this one, Control D, and let's see if we have already have kubectl get secret already, if we have defined any secret. So we do not have any secret. Kubectl apply hyphen f mysql secret dot yml. Kubectl get secret. We can describe it. Okay, so it is saying that some value is there. Okay, 6 bytes, but it is not giving the exact value. So we'll now let's create a deployment with secret. Okay, so here again the same deployment MySQL image. We need to give the root password, but here we haven't entered clear text password. Okay, so we don't even add the uh, encoded value here. Okay, so nobody will even come to know about the encoded value, and they cannot even decode it until and unless they have an access to the Kubernetes cluster. So if I keep this file, okay, in a GitHub repository, okay, and if they try to check the password, they won't be able to find the password, because we are referring it to the MySQL root password key value pair, which is defined in here, this secret. Okay, and that is available only with the Kubernetes secret. It is not available as a clear text format on a GitHub. So this is quite secured. Okay, now let's just apply it. Kubectl apply hyphen f MySQL deployment with secret. Kubectl get all. Again, it may take some time, but I think MySQL image was downloaded, so it will be fast. So MySQL deployment is running. Now let's go inside the container. Kubectl execute an interactive terminal for the pod hyphen hyphen slash bin bash. Okay, if I do MySQL, so it should not allow. Okay, so this is kind of a bug, I think, but now actually it should not allow, but it's allowing from password as well. So what I'll do is, let's log out and log in again. Okay, maybe after that it will not work. MySQL, see, now it is not allowing, so I need to log out and log in again, then it doesn't allow without password. So hyphen p, now I don't remember the password what it is. So what I will do is, I'll try to go to the GitHub. Okay, and I'll check the YML configuration file, and I'll check whether what is the password, but here nowhere the password is mentioned. Okay, so until and unless the DevOps engineer shares the password which he or she has used while creating this secret, only will share the password with you. And now I'll send an email or whatever, and I'll get the password, and now I know that password is Red Hat. Okay, so this is how we secure our YML files and don't add any sensitive data in it. Okay, so this was the exercise for secret.